Mere fees from where the Georgia Dome stood and the Falcons played for a quarter century. We're looking at the team's home since the 2017 season, Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Today, there's an NFC fighting storm between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. Ryan Fitzgerald all set to get this one started. And we're underway in Atlanta. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They're going play fake with Penix. Got a man, it's Drake London. And they had somebody there for that quick stop, but a nice completion gets him across midfield. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's a Falcon first down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
Another carry for Robinson. And he takes it ahead for about 4 yards. It's 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Third down, it's Penix. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Don't want to punt from here, but too far for a field goal as well. They're going for it here. Trying for it with Penix. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down and a drive a lot of us thought had stalled out. He's going to carry on. Throwing now on 1st down. Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that sack drives him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this 2nd down.
Kid, all the data lately has taught us really clearly. Sacks, negative yardage plays. They not only just destroy that play, they destroy drives. Well done, defense.
On 2nd down, Robinson. Running in the red zone. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. One splits the uprights. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Trevor Etienne to return this. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Straight to the air here. It's Young. Escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's going to be hit, set out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that 1st down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the 1st down.
On the double.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play-action pass to come.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Back to the ground they go. Hubbard, he's forward, gets a couple of yards. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time.
Jesse Bates. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Right. Ready.
Shotgun snap now to Young. He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, so this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So that brings up 4th and long. And, partner, I think we just got to look at what's going to be one of their biggest challenges in this one, operating quick enough to neutralize that pass rush.
That's right. And I know it's very, very early, obviously the opening drive, but hits like that compound. That's why defenses stress it each and every week to get after the quarterback, because hits like that can have an effect throughout.
The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Here's someone from a family of punters, Ryan Stonehouse, on to punt on 4th. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And he sets them back to begin this drive. That kick goes out, and I'd call it about the 12-yard line. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And they finally stop him, but not before he picked up 7 on that 1st down run.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Robinson again here on 2nd. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Staying with Robinson, and he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And that's good for a gain of 5. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost And he busts those tackles.
And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and AT for attack, exactly what he just did.
So that's one quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. 7-0 is our score. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They start out with a 3rd and 6.
Let's go now.
To the air on 3rd and long. Complete out to the right side. And he's going to be pushed out up near that 40-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. New set of downs for him. It starts at the 38. Now Penix off the play action. He put everything he had into this one. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Not a bad first look for him in the contest, this contest. And I love them taking a shot, Kate. It's a shame, though, because this defense will tip your cap. They played that ball better than he could.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Cougar 19.
Penix working from the gun. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Ready. Liking 18.
Brown on the inside give. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
That throw intended for Drake London. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Ready. Hey, check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Ready.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Gets everything he has under this one. Brought in inside the 20. And their next snap is coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. From the red zone now. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now it's 2nd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
On 2nd and 10, it's Penix. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit, Kate. You get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
70 Rangers, Cowboy 80, 79 Broncos. Check.
3rd and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Hey, 3rd down, I get it. Give your quarterback some freedom, right, to make a play, even if he's got to work backwards. But it can blow up in your face as it did right there when nothing opens up.
And that one is good. A little longer, but but no problem at all. And that will add to their score.
What a season this guy is having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
Fielded just shy of the end zone. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready, go.
Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Cut, cut.
This drive will begin with Hubbard. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You can throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Now it's Young. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first.
A gain of 10 yards.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Ready.
1st and 10, it's Hubbard. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
45, 10.
Here's Young on 1st and 10. Buys time, rolling right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
That may not look like much, and on tomorrow's grade sheet, it'll just be an S for satisfactory, but that's a good decision. Know where to go with the ball, and don't put it in harm's way.
2nd and 10 now. Young's going to try again. Doesn't have the hook up there. Incomplete pass.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Set, ready, blue striker. 50, green. Set, cut.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. So that's going to take us, Brock, to our 2-minute warning of this first half. More from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in just a moment. On 4th down and 5, the offense staying out there.
Yellow. Here we go. Set.
They're going for it. Young. Trying for the deep ball. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge next time the ball comes his way.
No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
The handoff for Robinson, running right. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. They get 19 on that pickup, and that is good enough for an Atlanta 1st down. We've set it downs from the 37.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. A toss now to Robinson. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
On 1st down, here's Penix. Finds his fullback. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
From the red zone on first. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that makes it 2nd and goal. Now, they didn't bite on the play action, Brock, and for all the times that we've seen that exact concept beat defenses, these guys were not fooled.
You know what that was collectively, defensively? It was great processing. We talk about quarterbacks being great processors. That group defensively just got it done.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Penix. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Kate, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Now Penix on 3rd and goal. Into a crowd, and intercepted! Kobe Durant has it! And the Panthers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, how quickly things can change. They were looking so good just a couple of plays ago, and suddenly, not anymore. A red zone look comes up empty with that interception.
I think the pressure got to him there, Kate. And I don't even mean all those pass rushers, although they were certainly coming too. I mean the pressure of being 3rd down in the red zone. That's when you slow yourself down as a quarterback and know you've got to simply protect the football.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Red, cycle. Set.
From the pistol, it's Young. Rolling left, buying some time. Hits his target, that's DJ Moore. And he hauls this one up to the 11 before being stopped. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
As soon as he starts to escape, Kate, you can almost see that gunslinger mentality come to life. It takes really perfect defense to hold up and keep him from finding something that'll go get that first down. They couldn't do it right there.
And he only gets a couple yards. They are well short. It's 4th down. The Falcons take a timeout to their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. And this is headed to the sideline, and it'll bounce out at the 7. Wow, great kick. The kick goes out of bounds, Brock, so our first drive of the half is going to begin all the way up at the 40. First down from the 42.
Down. Steal. Chest steal. Set.
Here's a give to Hubbard. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Here we go. Ready?
They run again with Hubbard. And this fight good enough to gain about 4. It's 3rd down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Ready, set.
Young to throw here on third. Getting out to his left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. First time this game they've looked to him. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
The issues this offense has been having, well, they extend well beyond third down today. You can just look up that big goose egg on the scoreboard, but now time's not on their side either.
Claws red. Here we go. Cut.
Trying on this 4th down. It's Young. Got his man. This is McMillan. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. How about 19 yards on 4th down, partner? And the call to go for it pays off.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Up the middle, Hubbard. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
22. Yellow.
Man in motion here.
Green Jack. Set, hunt.
And going play action. Young. Chased out to his right. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throw away.
Here we go. Ready.
On 3rd down, it's Young. Has him on the quick hitter. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Finds him on the crossing route. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Look at that, no worry at all from their sideline, Brock. A 13-yard pickup on 4th down. That was impressive. Young up 1st and 10. Forced out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Come on, set. Ready.
Again, it's Young. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
He's really starting to just about exhaust every option and trick he's got at his disposal. That time, trying to test him outside the pocket, extend the play, there was just nowhere to go with it.
Here's Young again. And this is another incompletion.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had, and incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
On comes Ryan Fitzgerald and the Panthers field goal team here on 4th down. It's from the left hash, 33 yards. Fitzgerald sends this through. And that opening drive does something they couldn't do in the first half, partner. Gets them on the scoreboard.
Nice to pay off any drive with some points and able to trim the lead slightly there the first time out in the second half. And even if they can't get into pole position, they just want to keep this thing close.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Chase Brown now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Play fake. Penix. Right side, reeled in. Oh, he loses the football. Picked up by the Panthers. That return actually went backward a little bit, but I imagine, Brock, they'll be happy enough just taking possession.
This really should be the last place and the last down you expect to fumble on. There's still 2, 3, maybe more to work with. Just take care of the ball. Go down when you're hit and set up for second down.
Play action now. Young. Headed out right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Ready, set.
On 2nd and 10, Young. Brought in right side by Moore. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's going to bring up a Carolina first down.
First and 10 at the 32.
Young looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Ready.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Ready.
Here's Hubbard on the give. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down. Offense in a hurry up here.
No gain on the play. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Young's going to throw it. 3rd and 2. Flush down now to his left. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers can tie it up after hitting pay dirt in the 3rd. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. This is Ryan Fitzgerald on to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Panthers tie things 10-10.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Brown with a return here. And they get to him before he can amount to much, just beyond that 15-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Robinson to start the drive. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
At the 20-yard line.
Running left is Robinson. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. A 6-yard gain on the play. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
The Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
We'll go play action. Here's Penix. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on and on.
7 Pirates. Here we go. Set. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Warrior 70. Go.
Back to the air they go on 2nd down. Won't get this complete to Pitts. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. Well, we didn't see either side separate through 3. It's all tied at 10 to begin the 4th. It's a dime look defensively from the Panthers. Third down coming. Penix here from the gun. He puts some juice on it. He's got it deep downfield. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. It goes for a 38-yard pickup. And that's a Falcon first down. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. First and 10, or under Robinson. And they make the stop after giving up 6 yards. Good run on first. It's second down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Now an inside handoff to Swift, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. A run with Brown. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
They're going play fake with Penix. Brought in. And he picks up about 6 on the play. Stopped though right near the marker. Didn't get it. Third down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Trying one here with Robinson. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a 4th quarter lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7.
17. Panthers 10.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Fields this one at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the set.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Young. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And he brings it back with a pick 6 and the Atlanta touchdown. Defense getting in on the fun run with that 4th quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick 6.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense. And when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say to you, Kate, play fast but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. He's going to field this at the 2. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
1st and 10. At their own 23-yard line.
Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Young back to it after the pick. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
32-yard line. A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
Shotgun snap now to Young. Absolutely fires this one right side. That's complete inside the 35. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He gets down inside the 35-yard line. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. New set of downs for him from the 31.
Ready?
To the air on first down. Young. The left side, Sanders has it. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Offense in the hurry up here.
17 more yards.
Shot.
That's
17.
another Panthers first down.
From the red zone on first. He brings it in. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook is wide open.
Here we go. Set. 10 black. Hut.
Sticking to the air, it's Young. On the move, headed right. And this one only manages the yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be third down.
Positive yardage is positive yardage, and he gets what he can before protecting himself and getting out of bounds. But it still leaves him a little bit short of the first on what looked like a broken play.
Escapes the pocket. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it.
There's a lot of studies done every offseason, Kate, about the best red zone offenses. And typically, it's about creative quarterbacks doing just what he tried to do right there in extending the play out of the pocket. The problem is there was just nowhere for him to go with the ball.
Buys time, rolling right. And he has the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers now within 1 score in the 4th. It's a Bryce Young touchdown.
These touchdowns on the season haven't all looked the same, but boy, has he made a habit of scoring touchdowns on the ground.
One after is good by Fitzgerald. And the Panthers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Panthers 17. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Brown with a return here. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Bronco 80.
Throwing now off the play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to be pushed out up near that 40-yard line. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the first.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual-threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
Now a toss. This is Brown. And he's out of bounds after a gain of about 8. So nice pickup there. 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Hold it ready.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2.
Come on, come on.
Here's Robinson up the middle. There he goes again. At the 20. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown, his 3rd of the game on the ground.
Okay, we hear week after week how hard it is to run the football at the NFL level, and it is. But this guy today, he's making it look easy, and they rarely do that from the running back position.
And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire. So that penalty declines. They're happy enough stuffing that last play at the line for no gain. They'll get another chance now to knock the point after through. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons double their lead to 14.
Falcons 31, Panthers 17.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Return starts at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
All right, this is going to be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Let's go.
Here's Young on first and 10. Throwing the out route complete. That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. Panthers, 14 points back. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's first and 10. Young working from the gun. Escapes out to the left. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line. Again, it's Young. Falcons driving in, and they're going to bring him down. It's a sack on first down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on second.
14 yards. It's second down.
Looking now from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped.
You know, some of these tight ends today, you could put 2 guys, heck, put 3 guys on them, and they still find a way to make those catches. With how they move at their size, they really are the ultimate matchup advantage.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Tendencies tend to show themselves, Kate, and really come to life on third downs. Like they want to go to their best receiver. Defense knows it. They know that tendency. They double it, and they make the play.
And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Lining up to take a knee on second down.
70 Lions.
They draw it up for him. So the Falcons earn the win in this one. And they draw first